Hello from Delmar's Music and Sound. Hey, thought I'd go over something here. I finished rebuilding my Hammond C3, recap, recurve generator, line box, my Leslie rebuilt, everything's done and it sounds great. But I was having second thoughts, or not second thoughts, but wondering how I can get it into the mix, how I can record it. And I looked at a lot of videos on YouTube on how to properly mic the Leslie, you know, upper rotor, 2 microphones, 180 degrees apart, lower rotor mic, and there's a lot of different varying opinions here, but long story short, I've only got 2 available channels out of my 16 tracks that I can do this with. Keyboard player needs a vocal mic, and he's going to have an upper rotor mic and a lower rotor mic, but I was trying to figure out how to get the separation from for the upper rotor. So my deck has what's called a doubling effect. If you pan one microphone full left or the upper rotor mic full left, you can put a doubling effect on it so many milliseconds and have it on pan full right, so you can get that doubling effect while recording or during mix down, or however you want to do it. So thinking, I didn't know how fast the upper rotor turned, so I checked it. Mine turns roughly 360 some RPM, 365, 368, 358, 360, right in there. So I grabbed 360 RPM, which is roughly, and that's on the middle pulley on fast speed. Slow speed was 45 RPM, fast speed, and the middle pulley was 360 RPM, but that's roughly on fast speed was 6 revolutions per second, if you do the math. And if you look at 360 degrees times 6, you get 2100 and some odd degrees that it turns. And my goal was to figure out, the question was, how quickly does it travel 180 degrees if I wanted to use a 180 degree mic spacing or a 90 degree mic spacing with one mic, and how I can set that delay effect or that doubling effect up. So long story short, my deck wouldn't go 83.3 milliseconds is how much that rotor turning at 360 RPMs will travel 180 degrees. So I picked a 90 degree increment, which is roughly, I don't know, 42 milliseconds. So I have one mic on the upper rotor panned full left, and I've got the delay on the right side at 42 milliseconds. As I said, I could only use 2 mics, so I have a lower rotor mic and I have an upper rotor mic, and just to show you how to get it in the mix. So I'm playing a 1956 C3. Again, I am not an organ player. I'm a blues guitar player, but this is the way we do it in my studio. But vibrato is off on upper and lower manuals. The upper manual is 888800003, and I have that drawbar set at 3 because I'm keying off of it. And then the lower manual is 8080000. So I'm only using 2 presets, and I usually use C3 on vibrato. My percussion's fast, my percussion's on 3rd, and it's on soft. So again, I don't have organ chops, but I just want you to give this a listen, that you can very effectively put your Leslie. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a 145 Leslie that I rebuilt the amp into a 140 or 122. So essentially, it's a 122. Let me see if I can get a picture of it here. Let me go over here. There you go. Lower rotor mic, upper rotor. So there you have it. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm going to play a few chords, with and without. So I have vibrato, as I say, off. Volume is on soft. I'll work the Leslie so you can hear what's going on. it sounds like. I'm gonna put, it's kind of dry, but I'm gonna put some, put the vibrato on. So that's kind of, you know, you can very effectively with two microphones do a pretty respectful recording. And these are not big dollar microphones. They're two large condenser microphones. I think they're both MXLs, large diaphragm that I modified. I spent $12 and changed some caps in them. So you too do not need $1 million worth of microphone, you know. That's all the organ chops I got, man. So give it a listen, and adios from Delmar's Music and Sound.